There's a lot of debate around what it means to be a gentleman, and it's a word used so freely and widely in wildly different circumstances so as to like almost not even mean anything anymore. But because it's often used to market like 12 new shirts to buy on the internet, or put a veneer of aspiration around like the act of smoking a cigar as if it's not still bad for you, I think it's worth throwing out that I like to think of it as a practice that's separate from like a class or an asset consideration, but instead about comportment in and treatment of the world around you. And specifically something that you can choose. Like any morning, anyone can wake up and try to be more of a gentleman or a gentle lady in their own lives when it comes to how they greet the world, as opposed to being like the gremlin version of themselves. And of course, we're gonna have days where we do that too. But for it to be a practice, you have to know what you are practicing towards. And Derek Guy on Threads reminded me of John Henry Newman's really excellent definition earlier today. If Newman's name sounds familiar, it might be because you're a Catholic who knows him as Saint John Henry Newman, or you might have seen recent news coverage that he was made a doctor of the church, which is basically just fancy Catholic speak for the Pope has announced that this guy is a very, very good thinker. Anyways, Newman offers these words to define living like a gentleman in his lecture series turned book, The Idea of the University. And again, because we're talking about gentle man, Newman uses the word he, but I think these are broadly applicable ideas. He has his eyes on all his company. He is tender towards the bashful, gentle towards the distant, and merciful towards the absurd. He can recollect to whom he is speaking. He guards against unseasonable allusions or topics which may irritate. He is seldom prominent in conversation and never wearisome. He makes light of favors while he does them and seems to be receiving when he is conferring. He never speaks of himself except when compelled, never defends himself by a mere retort, and has no ears for slander or gossip, is scrupulous in imputing motives to those who interfere with him, and interprets everything for the best. He is never mean or little in his disputes, never takes unfair advantage, never mistakes personalities or sharp sayings for arguments, or insinuates evil which he dare not say out. From a long-sighted prudence, he observes the maxim of the ancient sage, that we should ever conduct ourselves towards our enemy as if he were one day to be our friend. I've already messed up like half of these today, right? It's aspirational, it's something to work towards, but I'd rather people think about those values when the word gentleman gets thrown around than like a marketing shot of a guy having a glass of bourbon.